Oh, hello there, Big Red. What you doing? Hi, CEAZOR. I'm just thinking about whether it's gonna rain. Really? Well, why don't you just check the weather? Oh, I'm thinking I'll figure it out eventually. Well, why do you need to know anyways? I need to know if I need to bring an umbrella. Well, why don't you just bring the umbrella? Well, what if I don't need it? It'd be great if I could bring the umbrella and not bring the umbrella. Well, how are you going to do that? That's what I'm thinking about.
Hello and welcome to CEAZOR Snack Sandwich. Today we're on taking a look at CompliFi. Now, what is CompliFi? It's a decentralized derivatives platform. No margin calls, no liquidations, no defaults. Now, what is this all about? To give you an idea why I'm looking at this, a little while ago there was a big dip in BTC, and at that point I was thinking of going long on BTC, and I wanted to do it with leverage because I was pretty sure that it was just a little correction, and I would have lost out on that actually, probably. However, I wanted to do it, but I went to centralized exchanges and I was clicking around and I was like, this is such a pain, and then I wanted to use BTC as collateral to go long on BTC, and then I had to do it as from USDC and stuff. So anyways, it was complicated. It wasn't straightforward. It wasn't easy. So now that I found this is pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward when you get an understanding of it. So I'm going to explain it to you today. This CompliFi here. Now, if you go to the docs, it's a little bit hard to actually understand what's going on. It's I would suggest if you want to know more, I would come to the Medium articles. So, find the Medium article wherever the link is. It's in the platform. So you go to the Medium articles and read through some of these articles. There's a lot more reading to be done here, but they do explain things a little bit better in layman's language, in normal English, so to speak. So let's swing over to the protocol here. Now, this protocol launched on Ethereum, but the gas fees made it, adoption a little bit lower than ideal. So the governance voted together and they decided to shift over to Polygon. So you have to connect to Polygon. You'll have to bridge some USDC to Polygon and use your USDC to interact with this protocol. So there are two major parties, two major actors or people, types of users for this platform. There are the people who want to trade the derivatives. So basically they want to bet on the price action of these four assets, either going up or down. So there might be somebody who believes, it's going to go up in value, so they will bet on up, or it's going to go down in value, so they'll bet on down. And then there's also these investor people. Now, these are the people who just want to make yield on their USDC. They don't want to bet on the price of the tokens, but they want to provide liquidity to this platform so people can bet on the tokens, because they think there's a lot of people out there that want to bet on tokens. So they will come here and they will choose which token they think people would like to bet on a lot, and they will provide liquidity to it. However, as you can see, there is a possibility of the liquidity providers of having a negative, because so many people are betting onto this pool and they are winning, and they have to get paid out, right? So they want the liquidity providers would prefer that there's more losers than winners, instead of more winners than losers. And they also get trading fees. So whenever someone does do a trading fee, they will get some of that APY. So it's not purely based on winners and losers. It's based on trading fees and winners or losers. So try to understand this better if you want to do this. I don't have any intention of doing this, so I didn't really dive very deep into this invest here, providing liquidity to these pools. Now, trade. This is where you're going to go if you want to actually make some bets on the price movement of these separate tokens. So currently there's BTC, ETH, Link, and Matic. So you'd come here with your USDC and you'd put in however much you want to bet. So basically you will never lose more money than you could possibly lose here. So you say, let's say I wanted to bet $150 or $100. I could say, oh, I want to bet on the price going up for BTC. So I could buy 280 of these up tokens right now for $100. Or if I wanted to bet on the price going down, I could buy 60 of the dollars. So you'll notice that they're not equal 1-to-1, right? And I'll explain that when we go inside here and you'll get a better understanding of what's going on. So if we take a look at these two graphs, this is the graph for up and this is the graph for down. So if I buy the up tokens, then this is the graph I'm going to be watching. And if I buy the down tokens, I'll be watching this. So on the day where the market gets opened, in this case, it was June 15th, and the expiration date is the 29th, right? So on this date, both of the tokens are worth $1 each. So if I buy an up, then it's currently at $1. Now, as the price of BTC changes, now this red line here is the price of BTC. It's not the actual price, as you can see. It's like 80 cents. It's a dollar. It's the movement of BTC's price. So at this point here, BTC has dropped 22% from this day. Okay. So as the price of BTC moves in percentage, this price index here moves in the same percentage from $1 up or down. So if I had bought the BTC up on this day, then my BTC up tokens would be going down in value as the BTC price goes down in value. So as we can see here, this gray line is what they call the nominal value, and that's the actual value of the token underlying the actual BTC up token. And this blue line is the spot price, because if you go to trade, like if right at this point here, then these BTC up tokens, it's gone down 20%, and it can never go down more than 20%. Once it goes to 20%, then you can see it's maxed out, right? So here it's 20% and here it's 22%, but you can see the gray line has gone straight. It goes straight across from 0 to 0. So at this point, my BTC up tokens are worth nothing. Okay, but on the market, people could still buy them for a little bit if they wanted to, right? There's a small buffer here where I could sell it back to the market, and some other people might go long, which might have been a good choice here, because if you bought it here and it goes up, then you would have been able to sell it back to the market. So this blue line is the market price inside CompliFi. So trading these BTC up tokens or the BTC down tokens inside CompliFi between the time of open and the time of close. At this point here, when this date arrives, the market inside CompliFi will be closed, and you will be able to redeem your BTC up tokens for the nominal price, the gray line here. So if you had gone long here, you would be down. But if you had gone long here, well, I guess we call it going short, right? Buying the down token, then you would be up at the end, right? But there's some other times where it might even be better to get out of your position and re-enter over here. So you can trade this as well. So I hope this makes sense. It's not very straightforward, but I think I've covered it enough to give you an idea of how these tokens work. So I hope this makes sense. I'm going to talk a little bit about some other things. So over here we have the invest, which I talked about, and if you wanted to invest, you could provide liquidity and create the markets. And down here we have farms. As you can see, there are no farms, but in the past there were farms for this CompliFi token, the Comp token here, and it's like the governance token for this protocol. And they did say that they're going to open some new farms, so perhaps they're going to open these farms on Polygon here, and because on Ethereum is where they did the last farms, and the APYs were pretty good on that. You could even do crazy things like you could buy both an up and a down, and then use those up and down tokens to farm the CompliFi token, which is interesting because you're flatten your risk out completely here by buying both one up and one down, and then you're just able to farm that CompliFi token. But maybe they won't do that in the future, who knows. So you can come check here every once in a while and see what kind of farming opportunity there may be. You could follow them on Discord or Telegram, and maybe their Medium, and wait for an announcement for farms and come and check it out then. Or you could try to take part in some of these trades or provide some liquidity to it. Now, I hope this has been helpful. I wish I could tell you more and explain things very deep, but that's all I know. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.